What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Real Deal Sports NBA Finals Edition. Game one will happen in a little bit over an hour. Hour from now, it will be the tip off of the 22nd NBA Finals for the Boston Celtics. Golden State, I want to say what, there's 6-1 in 8 years, something like that.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty right on that. Yeah. So yeah, man. So, gentlemen, before let's get into it. What do you guys think? Um, Matter of fact, who do you think the X factor is tonight for both teams to start the series off 1-0?
Who you, who you want to start?
Whoever, whoever want to go first.
You the moderator, sir. You got to be like, well, hey,
No,
John.
not really. All right, I'll go first. No. I'll go first. I think no, seriously. Go ahead.
I just I just got a new phone, and I was downloading FanDuel, and I typed in "fan" in the app search, and it asked me if I wanted fans only, and I said no.
Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need that. Exit out immediately. They definitely trying to scam you.
Man.
But honestly, guys, I think tonight for really both teams, I think Kevon Looney for for the Warriors, get those second chance points, things like that for them. And I think Williams, Robert Williams, the center for Boston, because if he can kind of neutralize them to one shot of possession, that gives Boston a chance. And I think really for Boston, cut down on them turnovers. Can't be having 20 turnovers against this team. It'll get ugly real quick. And I think for Golden State, you got neutralized Tatum and Brown. Force them into turnovers. That's your best bet because if you can force them into turnovers, you can get outlets. But if you don't, you're at their mercy. So let's start off with you, John, since you was gonna go first. What you think? What you got?
So obviously, Steph and Tatum have to be special, right? So I guess we're talking about like who's gonna make it fill in the gap, right? And for me, it's got to be Marcus Smart. Derek White, he kind of bailed them out the last two and a half games, a little bit against Miami, but like Marcus Smart has to be special. He has to be special on defense, on offense. Like, he can't come out and give them great defense, but give them like 6 points. He has to give them 11 or something. 11 to 15 maybe. Unless someone else picks up slack. But this is what I'm saying is I think it's going to be Marcus Smart. I think, obviously that's what we're trying to figure out who's going to pick up that slack. I'm going to say Marcus Smart. For Golden State, Looney's a good one. For me, it's Draymond. Draymond has to be moving. He has to move his feet. We saw in the last series, he was great. Man, he looked energized. I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen this Draymond in a long time. Like, so I think it's Draymond. He has to, if that can carry over into this series, maybe he's tired a little bit from that last series, but I doubt it. Like, he looked like he was ready to go. So I think Draymond and Marcus Smart.
Go ahead. What you got?
Am I the only one that can say, like, I miss basketball? What? We ain't had basketball, since Sunday? No,
Yeah.
I'm just we had some good basketball games, but not WNBA, though. I ain't going to lie, though. So
I watched a
I take
20
it back.
pitch a 20 pitch softball at bat yesterday. I was looking for anything to watch, but yeah.
Yeah, but we had some good games in WNBA. I think yesterday or day before yesterday. So, but yeah. Anyways, my X factor for the Celtics, I'm gonna go with John, of course, with Marcus Smart. I feel like just his defense on Steph Curry will definitely be the difference to see how far the Celtics will go. I should say, if he can slow down Steph Curry, I feel like the others can pick up the slack. I won't say he would have to do a lot scoring wise. I mean, like I said, 10 points is okay, but I mean, I feel like as long as he slows down Stephen Curry, I feel like that should just be his main focus throughout this whole series, and just pretty much trying to slow down Stephen Curry. So, like I said, I agree with John with with the Celtics, but my X factor for the Warriors is, I mean, he might not be an X factor, but I mean, I say Clay, just just to see like if he picks up the slack with if Marcus Smart does slow down Stephen Curry, I should say, because they're definitely going to need Clay to, I feel like, step up a little bit more. I'm not saying that he hasn't been stepping up, but I'm just saying he might have to go back to the old Clay before the injuries. But we'll just have to see if he can. I'm not saying that Clay won't be able to put up like 30 plus, because I mean we all know that he can, but like I said, just with the injuries, I mean, I want to kind of see like how he'll still be able to be explosive or not with with that AC, and I think he had an Achilles tear as well. So I say Clay for the Warriors.
Sure. All right, guys, who you got? Who you got for game one?
Hey, hang on. I made my first ever hockey bet yesterday, and I haven't had my phone all day. Right, my phone tanked on me, whatever. So I had to went and got a new phone. So I didn't know. So I just, like I said, I just logged into FanDuel, whatever. I won the bet. I did a 2-leg parlay on hockey and won like $50.
All right, so drinks on you tonight.
I'm about to say you might have to start upping your bets, man. You starting to win a lot, man.
No, I'm not. I'm like 3-15 right now. but I bet like $5 a pop. But I won it. I was kind of surprised, to be honest. So anyway,
what
was your question, Nico?
Who you got? Who you got tonight? Who do you fellas have tonight for game one, and why?
I'll go first. I say the Warriors. Just I feel like they had the rest. They closed out that series pretty quickly. Boston had to pretty much go Game 7, which they just ended their series on Sunday. But I mean, they had 3 days off. But I think the Warriors have had like maybe 5 or 6, if I'm not mistaken. And then I just feel like
almost a week, I think.
Okay, so yeah,
just pretty much a week.
Yeah, with them guys being a little bit older, you know what I'm saying, and they'll be able to, I should say they had more time to rest up, I should say. So they're going to feed off the crowd tonight.
Hey, man, when you say older, it makes me feel old now.
I shouldn't say older, but in basketball terms, you know what I'm saying. In basketball terms, let me put it like that. In basketball terms, they're a little bit older than the Celtics, I should say, because I mean, I think
they're seasoned. The
average age for the Celtics is what, like maybe 24, 25, something like that, I think. So anyway, but I'm just saying, it's good for the Warriors, I should say. So, like I said, they're going to be able to feed off that crowd tonight, and I think the Warriors are going to take it. But I do say Boston is going to win at 7, though.
Okay, go ahead, John. What you got?
Man, like you're the first person I've heard say Boston. Like, and honestly, the more I think about it, like I'm starting to lean Boston even more. Like at first I was thinking, man, the Warriors could sweep this series. Warriors in 5.
Yeah, a lot of people say Warriors in like 5. I've been saying that a lot.
I still think Warriors, but at the same time, like I would not be surprised to see Celtics win this, but I'm going to say 7. I'm going to say Warriors in 7, but I wouldn't be surprised. I think someone's going to win in 7, and I wouldn't be surprised as Boston, man. Warriors have not seen a defense like this. Like the one thing that like people don't talk about the East is like, oh, the records in the East are always bad. Yeah, but the Bucks, the Miami Heat, the Celtics, like the defense, these teams beat each other up. Like it's like that Cavs Warriors series, they were just everybody was out there having fun. Like, hey, it was like an AAU game almost, I mean, like let's just see who can score the most points. I don't know how many times I saw Miami hold teams to like 90 or less, or Miami got held to 90 or less or whatever. Like those don't happen in the West. So I think people are really overlooking Boston. I can't believe how many people, but I'm gonna stick with Warriors because they were my original pick, but tonight I'm gonna give it to the Warriors. I like them coming out. I think Udoka is a reactor, whereas he can see from game 1 and change it. Kerr is a halftime adjuster, where he can take what you did in the first half and change it on you. So you got to be careful. But I'm gonna give it Warriors, but I think Boston probably steals game 2 in Golden State.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I just want to add on real quick is that Boston is a dangerous road team, though. Like honestly, I think the majority of their wins have came in the postseason have came on the road. So that's why I say Boston could
They
possibly
won twice in Boston, twice in Milwaukee, and 3 times in Miami.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I say they can possibly pull it out in Game 7. You know,
Right.
in Chase, but I don't know. I wanted to pick. I really want. I did want to pick Boston tonight, but I just felt like the Warriors are just gonna be. You know, I just feel like they're gonna go crazy tonight, man. I just feel like they're gonna feed off that crowd and it's gonna go wild.
Anytime a team starts to get too much hype, I start to question it. You know what I mean? Like I remember when Carolina was supposed to trounce Denver, and I think the betting odds were like 70 something. It was like one of the highest betting things, whatever. Like 70% of people bet on Carolina. Instantly, I was like, I'm gonna put my money on Denver. This seems something's off here. I remember with Philly, same thing. I as soon as Carson Wentz down, I put Philly to win that. Like, there's some about like that Patriots team. People were just like they can't lose, whatever, blah blah blah. And I was like, I always get like because I was feeling it, man. I was feeling it. Like, yeah, Warriors in 5. Like, yeah, I was feeling it. And then everybody started to say it, and then I was like, this is starting to get too out of hand. And this is like a sixth sense thing. It's not so much like I'm not sitting here preaching facts or nothing like that. I'm preaching like sixth sense. But like anytime that happens, it's like, all right, now I'm starting to wonder, you know, like, so, but yeah, the more I think about it, man, Boston's better than people give them credit, apparently, because I did not know they were this overlooked. That so many people were saying in 5.
True.
Everybody on NBA Countdown picked the Warriors in 6 or 7.
And the thing about it,
It's fair, but these 5 is cool. It's getting out of hand, and
they
could be right.
You know, they act like, you know, Dallas went up 30 in game 2 against the same Warriors team. And Dallas ain't got nothing close to the talent Boston has. So, you know, it can happen. You know, let's not talk, you know, Michael Jordan and LeBron is playing on the Warriors right now. You know, they can be had. You know, Dallas just didn't have enough firepower.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much if Luka ain't getting 20 or better, you know, and the others contributing, they couldn't do much. But, you know, that series could have easily win 6 if, you know, Dallas wins game 2, you know. So
that's and another thing too, right? Is this kind of off topic, but kind of what you were just talking about. Like, I think there's a lot of people who look into the number of games as if that was a good series. And I know people are gonna give me flack for this, but that's fine. Like, I have an opinion that like it wasn't the finals, but I have opinion that Boston's Nets series that they got swept in, that was decided by a total of 18 points in over 4 games, was just as good as the 7 game. Now, it wasn't the finals, so it's not as good. But I'm saying if it were the finals, it would have been just as good as that 7-game series with Cleveland and Golden State, where they were blowing each other out by 35 every other game. You know what I mean? Like when every single game comes down to, like, people talk about like that. I think the other day we were talking about like Dwight Howard and stuff like that, and him getting trounced by the Lakers, but he didn't. I mean, they got beat twice in overtime. That series easily could have been one. If Dwight Howard could shoot free throws, they would have been up 3-2 going into game 6, right? But he couldn't hit one free throw. And like that's what I'm saying is like I think a lot of these games that like we look at like, oh, it's 4-1, it must have been a trouncing, but it's like, yeah, but when you see how close every game came down to free throws, overtime, double overtime, like it was arguably a better series. So this is what I'm interested to see. I think this series is going to be a lot closer than that Dallas and Golden State one. Like those games where we win by 30, you win by 25. We win by 18, you win by 17. Like, I don't think those are good series. Like, they're nice long 7-game series, but I want to see a game where it comes down to 5 points every time, and I think we're going to get that.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like I say, man, I think Golden State can be had. They just played, Dallas. They only had Luca, really. Luca and Bronson. Denver, we really had Joker. Ja got hurt, and what was that, game 4? And you still lose by 50 in like game 5. Like, what the hell?
Cuban said,
So
Cuban said
they
they're
can be had. They can be had. And really you could say Golden State ain't played nobody.
Well, I was just about to say that, right?
They haven't played anybody. Like, think about it. You think, they getting Milwaukee out of there in 5, even without Chris Middleton? Who the hell stopping Giannis?
Nobody.
Andrew Wiggins?
They're too small.
I'm not going to say that because I mean the
I think it goes 7.
the Mavs were the second hottest team, if not the hottest team coming into the playoffs, other than the Celtics, and they did take down the number 1 team in the league. So maybe they caught the Mavs at a bad time. That's arguable, but I'm not going to say they didn't beat nobody. But I don't think.
Let's be honest. Chris Paul and Devin Booker had probably the worst game 7 the both of them could have had at the same time.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Neither one of them could hit a shot.
I agree with that, but I will say, like, they haven't faced a defense. They have not had just someone throw bodies at them yet, like Boston's going to.
Yeah, I was about to say I definitely agree. Like they face the Suns in the first round. That defense was I won't say it was okay, but it's not a Boston defense, I should say. And Dallas, they're pretty much all you got to do is outscore Dallas because Dallas really don't play defense at all for real. So, and then the Nuggets. I mean, like you said, you only had to deal with Jokic, and I mean they were out Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. So, there's no problem.
We had a Kings fan comment that go Celtics. Apparently they're not Lakers and Warriors fans. Hey man, I'm excited to see what the Kings can do, man. They're gonna be good. They're gonna be better for sure.
I was about to say it's still got a few more couple years,
but still, I think they're going to be more exciting. And I think De'Aaron Fox is a piece or two away from really being a star, in this league. So
I agree. Like I said, they just need to find a way to bring some star power to the Kings. You know what I'm saying? I think they still have Sabonis over there from the trade from Indiana, so I think that was definitely good. So, Sabonis and Fox, I feel like, that pick and roll action could be pretty dangerous, honestly. So I feel like if they could add another piece, to help out with that, they could definitely possibly do something next year. But I still feel like maybe a year or two for them to make it to the playoffs. But I definitely appreciate y'all watching, though, for sure.
Oh, for sure. My wife says all the time, she's like, no offense to you guys, but I'm always surprised people watch. And I said, look, we had 28 people turn into live last week. And like, that's not, it might not sound like a lot, but like the fact that I appreciate that, like 28 people chose to watch me for whatever reason. Like, I don't
give a damn if it's wins. I appreciate whoever that one person is.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, but she was quite, so, hey man, we're glad the channel.
Hey, only your wife can say that. She can give you that destructive criticism, man.
True. Very true. One ain't lying on that. But I'm gonna go out on a limb, man. I'm gonna say Boston. I got Boston winning.
Okay, but I thought you said Golden State the other day. So did you not, or you changed?
I think I said no. I said Golden State in the series.
Okay.
But
tonight, Boston tonight.
Yeah, I think youth is on their side.
It wasn't surprised.
3 days. For a 24-year-old, you can recover pretty quickly. Now, if you're 34 or 44, you need as much time as you can get, So I think, all I got to do, man, is do not turn it over. They can limit the turnovers to nine under. They good.
Limit the turnovers and guard the 3, man.
Well, they do that pretty well. They do that.
Yeah, but I mean, if the turnover game is high, then that, like the Golden State like to get out and run after them turnovers.
Right. Well, I was gonna say that's a lot of outlet threes. They ain't. I don't think.
But yeah, make Curry beat you. don't let Wiggins beat you. Wiggins is not tested. He's not finals tested yet. Test him. Like don't just assume he's going to get 17. Hold him to 10. Hold him
Well,
to
I
9.
think, but I think even with that, he guarding Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown all night, so he got his work cut out for him too.
Right, but I'm saying like if you're the Celtics, you have to make Curry has not had that 40-point game yet in the playoffs. He's had a handful of 30s, a lot of 25s, some low 20s. He's not just taking the lid off these games. You know, he's playing consistent, good basketball, but make him beat you. Make Curry have to score 40 because I think that's where you're going to expose him. Now, again, he can expose you too if he gets it going, but I'm saying make him. Like, don't let Jordan Poole, don't let Wiggins beat you. You can't let these guys who've never been there before beat you. You have to make Curry and Clay do it.
I forgot all about Jordan Poole. I'm tripping. That might be an X factor too for real with the with the Warriors for real. Like if he can get loose too, like Jordan Poole got the ability to he can give you about a quick 20 or 25 off the bench for sure. So
I didn't get to read the whole article, but I was reading something today or yesterday about Steve Kerr told Jordan Poole, "Don't try to be Steph Curry. You'll ruin your career. Be yourself. Don't try to be Steph Curry." Everyone's trying to be Steph Curry nowadays, and Jordan Poole has that potential. He has that. I'm not saying like he's Steph Curry level, but I'm just saying he has that potential to play that type of game. But he is special at attacking the rim, special at the mid range.
it's driving the
Curry, yeah, and Curry is special at all those too. I think he's underrated at a driving basket and mid range, but his floater is nice, like his running jumper and all that. But so yeah, I mean Jordan Poole, he comes off the bench. He has Steph Curry abilities at a given time, but he also brings something different. He's hard to guard, man, and he's hard to game plan for because you know you get rid of one guy and then another guy comes off bench and can do almost just as much damage. It's pretty crazy.
100%. Yeah, guys. So real quick before we go, quick trivia.
Someone asked where we from. I'm from
Midwest. Just
yeah,
said
we're Chicago, but obviously Walt over there repping Cleveland.
it's the Midwest.
Yeah,
Why
but
you?
Nico and I are in Chicago.
I don't know why you Cam Newton is,
Obviously,
but okay.
I'm a St. Louis guy though, not a.
No,
where I
no,
live.
you're not. You're an Oklahoma guy. Get it right. Stop.
Yeah, but I'm not born in Chicago. Born in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, OKC and Sooner fan.
But that's all we got is where is it right here?
Matter
Thunder.
of fact,
We got is Thunder.
since you
And
are from Oklahoma, why you don't rock with none of the Texas teams?
I don't. Why would I? I don't like Texas. What do you mean?
I say, hey,
Like I don't like the Longhorns. I don't. But actually, I was wearing a Rocket shirt earlier. I was wearing a Dwight Howard Rocket shirt earlier today.
hey,
I'm not a Spurs fan. I'm not a.
I feel like with a sports show, you can rock whatever you want to rock, man.
I actually that's weird. I do like Houston for some reason because I like the Rockets and I like the Texans, and I don't know why. I didn't even think about that till
Yeah,
now.
you're a Lovey Smith fan. Stop playing.
Yeah.
Get it done, Lovey.
All right, real quick, guys. Who has the most points in NBA Finals? In the NBA Finals. So these guys have been there multiple times. But who has the most points in the NBA Finals?
Like combined,
Yes.
LeBron James.
No.
That was just my guess. I had Walt. You got this, Walt. Oh, well, probably Bill Russell or something. They've been there like 11, 12 times, right? So it's probably like Bill or.
I was gonna say either like Magic or Kareem.
No. To both of you. Jerry West.
Celtic. Okay, that was
Jerry West. You know, I looked.
He has 16,000. Well, let me stop. 1,679 points.
I knew it had to be a Laker. I just couldn't remember.
I wonder how many finals he played in.
LeBron is second with 1,562. Kareem has 1,317. And Jordan has 1,176.
So LeBron only needs one more finals then to take that one too. He'll if he can get finals next year, he'll take Wilt's or a Kareem's record and
Jerry
West
West. Yep.
All
as
right,
a record.
before we go, who has the most steals in an NBA Finals game? It's gonna shock you. It's
Mike
gonna shock you because it's shocked
Jordan
me.
or John Stockton
Is it
Well-
East or West?
When he played in the West.
in one game.
Yes.
Hmm.
He's retired, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
Isaiah Thomas. I don't know.
It's funny.
Well, you said West. Well, you said West.
Who you say? Who you say? Well,
I don't know.
you want to take another guess since she said the East and not the West?
I did say East. I said Gary Payton because he's from the East.
Well, he's from the West too, right? Yeah, when he played for the Sonics and the Lakers.
I don't know.
Robert Ory.
I was not going to get that.
He had 7 steals. And the funny thing about it, John, he played for the Houston Rockets when he did it. When they swept the Orlando Magic.
His story is pretty crazy.
Seven steals?
That's crazy.
I wonder if he's got a documentary already because someone's got to make one about that guy's career.
Man, that's the GOAT.
He all right.
He's just saying anything.
That's the GOAT right there. Big shot. Bye, boy.
Oh,
Shot,
But I mean, seriously, like his story is it's crazy. Like
yes.
he just because it wasn't like he won a lot of titles sitting on the bench for Jordan and Pippen or something. You know what I mean? Like he was a key part of most of the finals wins, and he did it with like three different teams, I think. Like it's just crazy that a journeyman like that would.
We do got one correction. I think at the beginning of the show, Nico said the finals start like an hour. They started like right now. So.
Yeah, it does. Because they were saying 9:00 Eastern time. I forgot.
Yeah, that's 8 o'clock your time.
Yeah. So the finals is on now.
Yeah.
So, well, take us out.
All right, party people. Appreciate y'all joining us tonight here on Real Deal Sports. This is your boy Big Watt, my boy Nico Suave. Look over there looking suave in the mouth.
What you laughing at? What's wrong?
My boy John, the hardest working man in showbiz right now, John. And hey, we appreciate y'all watching tonight. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, man. And hey, if y'all want to send us y'all predictions to the finals, you know what I'm saying? Let us know who y'all think gonna win. More than likely, y'all gonna say the Warriors. But I'm just playing. But yeah, no, real talk. Just let us know what y'all think and who y'all think gonna be the MVP. So, like I said, we appreciate y'all joining us tonight. We out.
Yeah.